But this one's not nearly as disgusting to me. Look, it's California, and well, I kind of expect that. This is the one that I wasn't even really going to do until some idiot on Twitter responded to me over this and said, "Ugh, you just read the headlines. You should go read the bill." The bill's no different than this headline.
Yeah.
158 Dems vote against a bill to deport illegal immigrants who commit sex crimes.
Well, look, it's just a redistribution of the raping.
Yes. You got to make sure everybody gets raped equally.
Yeah. Look, they want Americans to experience the rape that the third world has to offer. It's all cultures are beautiful, including the rapey ones.
For the record, this did pass the House. It won't even be brought up in the Senate because there's no way Schumer's going to do that. But it literally is a bill. It's called the Violence Against Women by Illegal Aliens Act. And yeah, it would make it so if you were found guilty of sexually assaulting or raping a woman, then you get kicked out. Sorry, go. And this is for illegals who should be kicked out anyway, Jack.
Yep. What gets me is everybody that voted no on this should be named and shamed and lose their re-election bids, because how are you supposedly for women if you're saying your rapist who was a criminal just being here should be allowed to stay?
For the record, it would also make you ineligible to come into the United States if you were found guilty in your home country of domestic violence or here and been kicked out.
Yeah, well, some of these third world countries, domestic violence isn't a real crime.
Here's the pushback.
This is enraging.
This is Representative Jayapal, that fucking big-chinned idiot.
Shocker.
Democrats have panned the bill as xenophobic, however.
What?
Here we are.
We're supposed to accept rape? What?
Yes.
Yeah, the party of women. Mm-hmm.
Here we are again debating another partisan bill that fear-mongers about immigrants instead of working together to fix the immigration system. Congressional Progressive Caucus Chair, I don't know how you say her first name, Pramila? Whatever. Jayapal, Democrat of Washington, said during the debate on the bill, "I probably shouldn't be too surprised scapegoating immigrants and attempting to weaponize the crime of domestic violence."
Yeah.
Is appearing to be a time-honored tradition for Republicans. Sorry, I tried not to laugh as I was reading that part, but I've read this already.
That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. You're saying that domestic violence is okay with you then, because it doesn't matter if they're legal or not. Domestic violence is a crime. Why do we want them to stay here? Why do you want domestic abusers in your area?
How dare you weaponize the crime of domestic violence?
What the fuck does that even mean? Why are you defending criminals? Well, seriously, why are you defending the worst kind of criminals? Sex offenders and woman beaters.
Yeah. That's party of women.
Mind-blowing.
Somebody on Twitter asked why they would do this, and the honest answer is, how are they going to get their little 12-year-olds who had to leave Ohio to get abortions if you don't let illegals rape them?
Hey, she was 10.
I cut you off there. Did you have a donation?
10. Yes. Thank you. Not a chance. God damn it. There's supposed to be, I can't read that. Not sticky behinds. You can guess what that said, but I can't read it. I'm sorry. Thank you for the donation. It's funny, but that's the kind of no talk YouTube frowns on. I'll tell you off air, Monkey.
Sure. Democrats are just a criminal mob now. Yeah. They're coming out in favor of rapists here.
Yeah, seriously. If anybody should be deported, it's any kind of immigrant, legal or illegal, who beats the shit out of their partner or is raping somebody. For Christ's sake, why are you defending these people? How do you square that circle in your mind? How? There's no logical consistency. You're insane if you think that makes any kind of sense.
Do you remember it wasn't that long ago that Obama was telling us We're just going to get rid of the ones who commit crimes. No, the violent crimes.
Yeah,
You mean like rape?
crime.
Rape's a
Apparently
violent
not.
crime. Crickets out of the mainstream media. No. They mostly pushed the Democrat talking point here. Look, most illegals don't rape. All right. Once again, I'll give you that. Most of them don't rape. How about we kick out the ones who do? How is that xenophobic? How is that in any way xenophobic? Nuts, thank you so much for the gifted membership. That one went out to Evolved Potato. Thank you, sweetie.
Nice. Thanks for supporting the channel.
They are literally defending rapists.
Yeah.
If I saw somebody say that on Twitter, I would have to go on a search to see what the fuck. Okay, this is taken out of context. It's got to be. No, they're literally defending rapists here. How dare you want to kick them out just because they raped a child?
This is just more evidence, strong evidence, that these people care more about illegal immigrants than they do about actual American citizens.
Yes.
They want you to be afraid, live in danger, and have a lower standard of living. You will become a third world culture if this type of shit is sacred to them. They're defending domestic violence and rapists. What's next? Murderers? Probably, because they value them over you. You are paying them. You are working to keep them afloat through taxes, and you're paying for these sainted criminals. I don't care how many of them it is. This should be universally accepted that if you come here illegally or you overstay your visa and you're a domestic abuser or a rapist, you're leaving. That's it. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Never come back. I don't understand why that is in any way considered racist. Oh, I'm very angry already, and we have so many angry things to talk about today.
That's why I asked you. You ready to get angry? I didn't know if you'd seen this one or not.
No, I saw the headline, but I did not read it.
Yeah,
I didn't realize how bad this was.
Jay Powell's fucking nonsense there. Weaponize the crime of domestic violence.
I read that censored shit for that shit.
Yeah, I couldn't believe I read that shit. And this is something she said during the debate. She said this on the House fucking floor.
This is disgusting. This is what our leadership is. These people are not only anti-American, they are very, very much against the American people. This is disgusting. On every level. This is totally, these people are bought and paid for by some foreign influence or their own pseudo-religious commie bullshit, because they do not give a fuck about us. And you need to remember that going forward. But real fast, thank you again. Not a chance. I know it's a no-no. Why the hell do you think I didn't even use my own name to do that shit? I know. Thank you. You almost got it through, too. I'll give you that one.
Despite the wider pushback, however, GOP efforts to highlight the border crisis have gotten modest Democratic support. Yeah, because remember, it said 158. There's either 200 or just over 200 in the House. I forget the exact breakdown right now. So like 50 of them were like, holy shit, I'd like to be reelected.
Yeah. But this is the thinking of the majority of Democrats.
Yeah.
Is that rapists and domestic abusers are okay if they come from somewhere else uninvited. That should terrify everybody.
House Republicans previously passed a bill to detain and deport migrants convicted. Remember, these are convictions, not just accused, of assaulting law enforcement officers with the help of 58 Democrats, while 148 lawmakers voted against it. I wanted to bring that into contrast because I want you to look at this. 148 voted against kicking out illegals who were convicted of assaulting a police officer.
Fuck's sake.
More of them voted against kicking out rapists.
Yeah, that's some messed up priorities, man. That is seriously messed up.
10 more of them thought assaulting a police officer was worse than raping a 12-year-old. Let that shit sink in.
I don't, you know, I've said before, I'm not an incredibly religious person, but this shit's evil. That is straight up evil that you're defending some of the most vile behavior on the planet. Rapists, pedophiles, domestic abusers. You're defending that. You're evil. I'm sorry. That's straight up demonic, man. I don't know any other way to look at that. That is just evil.
It's bad when you just read the headline. It's bad when you read Jay Powell. But when you get to the point where you realize 10 Democrats were like, hey, if you punch a police officer, you got to get out. But if you rape that kid over there, we'll let you stay.
So instead of fighting the cop, do they try and rape him?
Yes.
That's the inconsistencies are staggering here.
Yeah. Hey, don't punch that cop, rape him. That is the message they're sending. Yes, 100%.
That's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
Seriously, why are people not paying attention to this? So many people are just sheep. They're just like, yeah, it's okay. They're Saint illegal. They're newcomers. We love them.
Yep.
Ugh.
Anyway, over too much. Let me grab this before we move on to the next thing. I'm a little annoyed with YouTube at the moment. We'll discuss it in a second as soon as this loads up. There we go. Dragon Age, thank you. Weren't these the same people who were pushing the rape culture narrative? Now it looks like they're trying to create one. This is insane. Well, for the record, if you looked at their rape culture stuff back in the day, yeah, it was still them, the ones pushing for rape culture.
What also gets me about this? Sorry, were you done?
Yeah.
They always bitch about the patriarchy. Most of these third world people are coming from heavily patriarchal societies where
actual
patriarchal societies where women are just barely above property. And in a lot of places, you can smack your wife around all fucking day long because they see her as your property if you're married. And they're supporting them now. I never want to hear any of these people that voted no on this ever talk about the patriarchy ever again or domestic abuse because they have lost all credibility.
Credibility is something they don't have to worry about because remember, it's only an issue if it's called out by the press.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just so sick of this shit, man. When are people going to pay attention? Oh yeah, never, because they're dumb and lazy.